Welcome to the Conversation Colons podcast. I'm your host, Damian, my co-host, Jared.
Hi guys.
Why don't you take us into the broskies of the week, dog?
So I don't have a broski this week because
Are you pulling at me?
no, I just didn't want to. I didn't feel like getting one because I was in the middle of drinking this that I found the other day. It's a Mountain Dew Maui Burst, Maui Burst and me, and it's like pineapple and shit. So I'm trying this tonight instead of getting one of my regular brewskis.
Okay, I'm drinking last week Smirnoff Ice, just normal flavor.
Ugh. I mean, yeah, cool.
So last week we made our E3 predictions, and this week we are reacting to them. Now, I would like to say, last week, Jared, you did say that you were pretty sure we were going to see Elder Scrolls 6. We did not. Told you. I'm going to say. That's all I have to say. So I'm going to go through kind of the main big press conferences and kind of like the big announcements towards the end. So we'll start off with probably the best conference, Xbox first. So it was Xbox and Bethesda. And I would just like to say one thing before we kind of go on. I'll put up a tweet here. Bethesda's Pete Hines was apologizing to PS players for Bethesda games being exclusives now. It's like you don't.
He was apologizing for it.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, there's nothing I can do." It's like you don't have to apologize for your games being exclusive. Sony does it all the time. Why are you apologizing? I don't understand.
Yeah, that's weird.
Little side note. So, anyways, we got to see Starfield. That is Bethesda's, as Todd Howard would say, Skyrim in space. That is their game. And the trailer, I'll put up a video of it right now. The trailer is like running in game. It's not like a standard CGI trailer. It is in game rendering. The release date comes out next year, November 11th, 2022. Are you going to play this game, Jared?
Probably not.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
We like Fallout.
Yeah, I know, but that's just, I don't really know if it's my style. I mean, I'll probably have to rewatch it and like see more about it before I officially make that decision, because it didn't look horrible, but I just don't know.
And it's running on the new Bethesda engine as well, so hopefully it looks a lot better. But that was the thing they started off with. Next up, which is a console launch exclusive, Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, got a lot more of like a deep dive into the gameplay. What are you doing?
Nothing. My camera's all fucked up. I'm trying to fix it.
So now we've seen like a lot of Stalker 2 actually. It was a very big PC game like 10 or 15 years ago, the 1 and 2. But it is on Xbox only for the moment. When it comes out, and obviously PC as well, but it will not be on PlayStation for a little bit. It comes out April 28th, 2022. And all these games I'm about to announce or about to talk about, these all launch day one on Game Pass. So you don't have to pay $60 for these games. They're all on Game Pass day one. We also got another trailer for Back 4 Blood, which, I mean, still is a great thing to see. And obviously the release date for that is on October 12th. That will also be on Game Pass day one.
Really?
That's huge.
Oh.
Then they showed off a new game that is in the works, and it's Contraband. And obviously it deals with like the cartel and stuff like that. It was a really short like cinematic trailer. I think it was Machine... was it Bethesda? I don't remember who did it. But that will be coming out for Xbox Game Pass some point down the line. Then, like, I feel like the really big announcement, and it's the perfect crossover. Pirates of the Caribbean and Sea of Thieves are crossing over, and they're having like their first like big cinematic story-driven DLC, which is free to everyone. And Captain Jack Sparrow's in it. Davy Jones is in it. A lot of the main characters in it. And the expansion is called Sea of Thieves, A Pirate's Life. And it is free on June 22nd. So that is in about a week.
Damn.
Jared, is this enough for you to go play Sea of Thieves again? Because we did like 4 or 5 months ago. We were playing Sea of Thieves every single day.
Yeah, we were playing that a lot. That was like fuck February. I mean, that was recently.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, it looks interesting enough that I think I'll play it. It's just I don't know like how it's gonna be. Like I'm worried that I'm gonna get into it and it's gonna feel like when the game released, it's not gonna be fine tuned. So I'm worried about that, but I hope it's not. So I think I'll play it. And if you guys are willing to play it with me, then yeah, I'll also have to reinstall it since I just uninstalled it to make room for other stuff on my computer.
Right. Moving on, I'll probably play it eventually. I mean, I love the Pirates of the Caribbean films; they're great. Well,
Yeah.
the first three, but we move on to Yakuza Like a Dragon. Is on Game Pass since Sunday. If you like the Yakuza games, real good. Big one for me, Battlefield 2042. Huge
Yes, sir.
gameplay reveal. It I honestly didn't expect to see that much gameplay, and then they did like a developer deep dive into the multiplayer. It was about 15 minutes. So Jared, from the gameplay we saw, what were your thoughts? Did it calm your worries about specialists?
Oh, absolutely.
Um, what are some of the things you were excited about that were shown off in the gameplay trailer?
Honestly, the thing I'm most excited for is the oh hell, I forget the name of the map, but it's the map where he jumps off the building in the trailer and then pulls into his glide or the glide
Kaleidoscope.
suit, I mean, or the wingsuit.
It's
Wingsuit.
Kaleidoscope.
The kaleidoscope. Yeah, that one. I'm really really excited to play that map. The rest of them, I'm like, yeah, I could, whatever. I cannot fucking wait to play that map.
Yeah,
I'm also interested in like actually exploring the different um operators. I keep forgetting what they're called.
yeah,
I'm excited to explore that, and I'm really excited to explore the fucking guns because as you saw, and you hadn't, we were very surprised by it. The changing attachments on the fly, that is going to be fucking huge. So I'm really excited to see how that's going to work. Level up my guns and start doing that in certain situations when I feel like I need to. So I'm excited for the gun, like the gunplay, and see how
yeah.
the firefights go.
They in the deep dive they went into the customization and how you no longer have to like respawn to get your stuff. You can now on the fly. If I need a cog scope, I got it. If I need a red dot, I got it. Depending on the situation you're in, um, and they did make sure to go into like with that, you're not going to be able to like turn an SMG into a sniper. Like they're making sure like
Mm,
everything's balanced. Like an SMG fits a role, and that is in the video they talk about. It is for close encounters only, and is
yeah,
not meant to beam people across the map. Uh, they also went into kind of the more events that will take place during games. So they've shown off the tornadoes, the sandstorms. There's earthquakes also that are going to be happening in the game,
oh shit,
and there's one more. Obviously, rain and thunderstorms and stuff. All this stuff isn't going to happen in every single game. They want it to be truly random, so there might be a 10 game period where there's no tornado for you,
damn.
but randomly in one game it'll just pop up, and now you have a tornado or an earthquake or a sandstorm, whatever works. They also changed control a lot, and the way
Yeah.
control works is it's split into sectors. So let's take the gigantic like Dubai map. So the way they explained it is it has like three different parts. It has like the stadium, and then it has like this middle battleground with like this huge arch, and then it has the city, right?
Mhm.
And in each one of those is multiple points. And if you want to capture that whole sector, you have to capture all those points. So in the stadium, there's like 5 points you have to go capture. And the way they're working on that is they want everyone to be able to go in and do what they want and have like this bigger battlefield like experience, but there's still small battles going on. So you could
Hmm.
be in the stadium the whole game having your own huge battle while people in the city are also having their own huge battle with vehicles and shit like that. So there was a game called Mag that did this well, where like each squad had its own objective, but it was all the same map. So like for instance, like we'll put in the Battlefield terms, like Jared, we might spawn in and our objective is, hey, take all these points in the stadium. And our
Yeah.
commander might tell us to do that. And so, all right, you don't have to do it, but all right, let's go take those points. And so that's how they're kind of maps like Kaleidoscope, which is like that big city map, where it is just you're going the whole time.
Yeah.
And they fixed Breakthrough is basically just Rush. And they're with Rush, when you used to play it, like Operation Metro, for instance, there was no way to like flank around people. It was like head on fights.
Yeah.
They set up with Breakthrough, which is just Rush. They are the lanes for like attacking and defending. They're not going to be vertical anymore. So where you're like fighting up, it's going to be horizontal. So you'll have flank routes now. You can get behind the enemies and take objectives. So from everything I'm seeing, it looks like this is like the Battlefield. And I'm so excited for it. Obviously comes out October 22nd of this year. The guns look phenomenal. You can customize the shit out of your characters. And also in that deep dive, which I'll link down below, they talk about the specialist and they go really in depth about them. So it's really good. Another game I'm really excited for is 12 Minutes. They showed this off last year. I didn't know the characters in it, but Daisy Ridley's in it, and then I forget the male character's name. But it's like this interactive thriller movie in a sense, where he just continuously relives these 12 minutes. And that comes out on August 9th. That's also on Game Pass. I cannot wait for that as well. It's an indie game, so I think it's going to be like probably $30. Also, one quick thing, Battlefield will not be on Game Pass at the start, so you'll have to buy that game. 12 Minutes will be on Game Pass, and that is only on Xbox consoles and PC. Then they showed off Psychonauts 2, which was original Xbox game. I know a lot of people are excited for it. I played it when I was younger. I was never really a huge fan. But that comes out August 25th of 2021. They also are releasing 30 more Bethesda games onto Game Pass, kind of like the Iconics. So you'll have Dishonored, Dishonored 2, all the Dooms, like even the original Dooms. And a good one is Doom 3. Doom 3 was really good. Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online now, Evil Within 1 and 2, every single Fallout.
Really?
Yeah, Fallout 1, 2. Remember, you got the first two Fallouts are like top-down shooters.
Yeah.
They're not, and they're not releasing the spin-off games of Fallout until they're like oh, there's one with like bikers on it. I forget what it's called. But yeah, so all of those, even 76, Prey, Rage, Rage 2, Wolfensteins, well, all four Wolfensteins. So Fallout 76 is getting new DLC, which is free. It's called Steel Rain. It will be out on July 7th, and that, like I said, is free. It's a Pittsburgh theme expansion, which has an area called the Pit. Elder Scrolls Online.
By the way, when did you say all these were coming?
They are since Sunday.
Oh wait, they are already on?
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit. I thought this was upcoming. I didn't realize it started.
Yep.
Damn.
Elder Scrolls Online, which still has like a huge community. I'm not into like those kind of games. But it's getting a pretty big optimization port for like the Xbox Series X. And they also announced there's a ton more story DLC coming. So they're not. I always felt like with that game, it was time to like make another one, but so many people play it, they don't need to. They just can keep making DLC. Some small indie games. Hades is coming to be or coming out on the Xbox console and Game Pass, which that was only on Switch and PC. So that will be an Xbox console exclusive besides Switch. Somerville also is really good. It's this indie side scroller game. It kind of reminds me of Inside, which came out a few years ago. That looks good. And then let's get to the big one, Jared. The one that we were all waiting for. Halo Infinite.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So still no release date. I'm sure we'll probably get that at Gamescom in August.
Well, they did say it's holiday 2021. We know
Yeah,
that much.
well, we've known that though. Uh, so we got a small glimpse of the story, but we got a
Mm-hmm.
lot multiplayer this weekend, which we needed. Let's just talk about it. Cortana's not by his side, but the other half of I keep thinking the other half Cortana. So it is Cortana's voice actor doing this new character, but as a younger Cortana. But they're not revealing
Yeah.
her name yet. They're saving that for the game. She does have a different name. What are your thoughts about that, Jared? From what we saw of the story of John with this new AI?
So I have rewatched the Halo Infinite stuff probably 3 or 4 times now. Like today, right after I ate dinner, I just sat there and rewatched them because that's fucking amazing. Um, out of all the ways they could have kept Cortana's voice actress in the game, I'm I'm impressed that it was done this way because I didn't think they'd be able to do it and keep it. I didn't think they'd be able to do it a way that the fan base would like. I didn't think they'd be able to do it and people would be like, "Oh, that's cool." But they did it in a way where it's like, "Oh shit, this actually kind of makes sense and it's nice." I mean, there's in the lore, I believe, I can't remember, but I believe I read something about there being like Cortana level AI. So she was like the first of her kind, and they were trying to make their AI similar to her. So if that's what they're doing here, then that's awesome. I mean, if there's a different explanation in game, then
Yeah.
that's fine. So be it. But I think it's a very interesting way to keep her voice actress in the game for
Well, I
sure.
mean, so this takes place obviously after Halo 5, and they said they're continuing the story from Halo 5.
Yeah.
So I feel like Cortana's in the game. I feel like this has to be the end of Cortana.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
to finish that arc. Because once again, this is the last Halo we're getting for a while. It's not gonna be 6 years. The way they keep talking about it, this is gonna be the Halo for like the next 10 years, right?
Hmm.
Um, so what I will say, it was cool like hopping on Twitter and seeing people like actually react to positively to Halo, and people
Oh yeah.
kept posting that conversation between I think it's Cortana and Master Chief where she's talking about like they'll just replace me with another AI,
Yeah.
and he's like, no, like it won't happen, but here we are. And then at the end it just says missions change, which is what he said in the new trailer. Which
Yep.
Master Chief, just the king of one-liners.
I also keep seeing a bunch of memes of like Master Chief when he's handling his fallen Marines and he's like it's like him coddling a puppy. And it's like and then Master Chief handling the dead covenant and he's like it's like a gorilla dragging another fucking gorilla by its
Yeah.
leg. I'm like, yeah, yep, pretty cool.
Yep. We also got a ton of multiplayer. They did 12-minute multiplayer deep dive. Let's get into this. The multiplayer deep dive was phenomenal. It literally gave me everything I wanted from Halo. Kind of the big things for me. They have like a social hub. Think of like Advanced Warfare, like World War II, where
Mm.
you have like a firing range. You can go test out weapons. You can get your accuracy down. You can go shoot bots if you want. Have like these big open fields, and go have these big battles before you hop into a multiplayer game. They also are allowing you to change your AI. So, there's always been the Halo voice act, Killjoy, Ultra Kill. Like, you can change that now, which is huge. Like, if you want an Australian female like me, I'm sure I'll be there. And that's what I'll have. Killjoy. Like, whatever they say, Killjoy. So you can change that. Also, the customization is crazy. And it's not like Halo's always had pretty good customization. Like I feel like Reach still is like the king of customization with that. But this is like taking Reach's customization and allowing you to do more. Customizing the gloves, knee pads, just more stuff. You can mix and match armor combos. Go ahead.
You could always do knee pads and reach.
Well, gloves, but I don't know.
More options.
Yeah. And the way they talked about like how the battle pass is going to work. So you can't buy your way through the battle pass. You have to, if you're going to buy the battle pass, you have to play and beat it. There's no buying it at all. And they said they're going to have like these big events during those seasons. And if you play enough or you get the objective done, you get like this really cool armor, which they showed off the samurai gear. And each thing is going to be theme. So I'm sure we're gonna get like a Halo Reach season where like they bring back a bunch of Reach maps, and then Emil's the character, because they've already been showing Emil as one of the multiplayer people, on like the cover of the multiplayer thing, or at least his helmet at least. And so overall the multiplayer looks great. I mean, the grappling hook's a cool addition. The fact that like you can shoot your grappling hook at weapons and bring them to you. You can do that with players. You can like shoot at them and you'll go towards them. You can finally pick up like explosive, like I keep wanting to call them barrels, but they're not. You can throw them at players. It looks more chaotic but more fun. Like Halo, I feel like, missed that fun factor of like Halo 2 or Reach. And they've talked about equipment. The fact that equipment, you can now use it whenever you want. You can, if someone kills you, you drop it, they can pick it up. And then they also went into pretty like heavy detail about how the equipment will be able to like affect your gameplay and be able to team up with people. Like, let's say, Jared, you have, they kind of showed in the trailer, there's like this little grenade you can throw at the ground that boosts people up. So, you know, if I have like, you know, a power weapon of some sort, like I can have you launch me up and then I can grapple to someone and slam down and kill them. So they're really focusing on like that, that aspect of like having these things that combo together very well. I mean, and they have everything from the old multiplayers. I mean, they have all the guns. I'm sure. I don't think they've talked about dual wielding yet. I will be interested to see if dual wielding is a thing in this game.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But what did you think of multiplayer?
Honestly, the very first thing that came to my mind when watching the Halo Infinite multiplayer was, oh shit, I was excited about Battlefields. Now look at this. Like,
Right.
I can't believe something else came out that made me go, I want to play this over what I just saw. And it's interesting because I now feel like it's, these two games coming, Battlefield and Halo Infinite, those two multiplayers are going to make it to where COD means nothing to me anymore. Like the next few CODs, not going to fucking play. I don't care. Oh, fucking got a beard hair in my mouth. Sorry. So the Halo Infinite multiplayer, I was really worried at first because I was seeing a lot of guns I'd never seen before, and that made me a little bit uneasy. But then I thought about it, and I thought about back to Halo 4 when they added the fucking sticky detonator gun. They added the saw. They changed up to where there was no, or yeah, no, there's no DMR in 4, and then they brought it back in 5. They made the battle rifle look different. I was all worried about that, and then I was like, you know what? I actually liked that back then. So I'm looking at it now like, yeah, I'm worried, but it's going to be good. I mean, with everything how great it looks, it'll be fine. Power weapons, they kept my main thing, and that's the gravity hammer. As long as I can use the gravity hammer, it's a good fucking Halo to me. Love gravity hammers. I was a little bit, the only thing that I'm a little bit skeptical about throughout the whole thing is the new vehicle they're adding. The fucking like the super duper armored warthog.
Yeah,
With the
so
equipment on the back.
they're talking about it with Big Team Battle.
Yeah.
You'll be able to store power weapons in like the back, or like detached turrets, or other weapons. And what was
Or the objectives.
Yeah, or like, you know, if you're capturing the flag or whatever. And they really went into the, and it's with warthogs as well. Vehicles have destructible things to them. So with warthogs, your tires can blow out now, and then you're riding around with 3 tires, and that's cool to me because it adds another aspect. Because with Halo, it's, you know, it's obviously an arcade shooter, but that just adds like a little like hint of like realism. I think works. I don't think it's every vehicle. I'm pretty sure it's just the Warthog and new one.
They have the thing in the back.
Well, with the destructible like pieces to them.
I'm sure they all have it to a certain degree, but I think we're gonna find out the different levels. Like in Reach, you could get the Scorpion tank to lose the turret but still be alive. I'm sure they'll have similar things like that.
Yeah. One thing we didn't talk about is well, I talked about it a little bit. The grappling hook seems to be like a big thing, and they did talk about, so when you start off in a game, like everyone's level, like, you know, whether you're running whatever assault rifle, and you have to go through the maps and like find stuff, and you know, you have to make that decision of like, okay, do I go get the grappling hook, or do I go get a needler, or do I go grab this? So So not everyone's gonna have grappling hooks. There's probably gonna be like 1 or 2 of them on the map. But
Yeah.
what I thought was dope, and we reacted to it the same way when he had the grappling hook and he grappling hooked up to the ghost, or what do you no? What do you grapple up to? Remember in the trailer, he grappled up to the vehicle and threw them out and took control of it.
Oh, the Hornet. Yeah, the Wasp. They call it the
Yeah,
Wasp
the
in this
wasp.
one.
So that was dope. Like that's just gonna be fun. The game just looks crazy good. And they seem to have added more of a recoil animation to the guns.
Yeah.
Like more feedback, I guess.
Yeah.
Not like necessarily like a recoil pattern, but just it looks like there's more recoil. And any game the DMR is in, I'm down. So my favorite Halo weapon of all time.
Oh yeah, DMR is amazing.
And like we said, multiplayer is free to play with Halo. So you can not buy the campaign and just play the multiplayer, or you can buy the campaign and or just get it on Game Pass, which I feel like everyone's just gonna do.
Yeah.
Another big one, which we will be playing, Diablo 2, the remaster,
Yes.
September
Can't
23rd.
fucking wait.
Yep, September 23rd. I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast. Like, well, we probably did when they announced it, but I used to play a ton of Diablo 2 when I was younger, and I'm very excited to kind of show Jared the nostalgia and like the greatness of that game, because that game was just so much fun. I mean, it was literally to the point I'd beat it and then restart and play it again on the same character too. I always played Barbarian, and it was phenomenal. Then we got the sequel to A Plague Tale, Requiem. That comes out on Xbox consoles exclusively and PC, and that is 2022. They also showed off Far Cry 6, which we've talked about, not really too excited for. Jared, are you going to play that one? I don't remember.
Honestly, if I don't have to pay full price for it, I'll play it.
Okay.
But it isn't giving me the same hype that 5 gave me. So I'm not really sure. I unless I can see a lot more when it gets closer. Right now it's probably not.
Yeah, so I'm not playing this game, but they did announce that with the battle pass, you're going to get to play as the old villains of the game. So there's a Voss section, and then there's a pagan section, and that's kind of cool. The more Voss, the better. Jared was very excited for this game. Far Cry 6 comes out October 2nd or 7th. Sorry, that's a busy end of the year, by the way. Like it's been dry, but Battlefield and Halo are probably gonna launch like 2 weeks away from each other. And you got Call of Duty, you got Back for Blood. October is gonna be nuts. Then you have Slime Rancher 2, which was really popular when Xbox made it free, and then I believe it was on Game Pass as well, or still is on Game Pass. That will be available.
Yes, I just downloaded it.
Really?
Yeah.
That will be available next year sometime, and those are just fun games. I know a lot of people love that game, so
it's really weird that it's so enjoyable, but it is
right.
It's a lot of fun.
Right. Then they're releasing, which me and Jared were skeptical about. They're releasing a Shredders snowboarding game. And I just don't know how fun a snowboarding game is going to be.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Like,
fuck.
With Tony Hawk, at least there's like different environments you can put yourself in. A mall, like a skate park, different things. With snowboarding, like you're going down a mountain the whole time. Like, I don't know.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love snow, especially on mountains and games like Red Dead or Minecraft, but like there's stuff to do in those games other than that. I don't know if I just want to snowboard over and over, unless you can do one of those like infinite mountain things like you had in the old games, or in like older games where you just go down a mountain unlimited. Like, that'd be cool, but I don't, like once or twice a month or year.
Yep. A game that I've been following pretty loosely, because they don't really tell much about the game. It is Atomic Hearts. It is like it's a first-person shooter with these, robots that want to come and kill you. Think like Generation Zero, but probably gonna be a lot better. And they all have these different powers. That game has been announced for like 4 years, and it still has no release date, but that will be an Xbox console exclusive.
Yeah.
Then a new update to what is this game? Grounded, the Shroom and Doom update. So they're allowing characters to sit down. They're adding a giant spider boss, mushrooms, more customization, more building materials. I know that game was popular for a while, so the more
That was one I really wanted to play and I just never did.
Yep. Jared's favorite game, Among Us, is also hitting Xbox consoles soon. No announcement for that, but it just hit PlayStation and Switch. Yeah.
Just so we're clear, he's being sarcastic. I was pissed when that shit popped up. I was like, there's no fucking way. All they're doing is making bigger lobbies, and it popped up like 16-player game. And I was like, fuck that. It's already a shit game. I was so annoyed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still play it, with the boys, but other than that, fuck that game.
Yep. Age of Empires 4 has a release date. That is October 28th. I'm actually probably gonna play this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I might.
I enjoy Age of Empires 2 when we play it. It's older, so it's like hard to enjoy it a lot for me. So new one with new graphics, new kind of,
Is that why you're not into like older women or MILFs?
I mean, how old's Kim Kardashian?
Too old?
Like 40 something? I can go to 40s. Again,
if you play 4, I might play it with you, but I don't believe you. I feel like you're totally leading me on here to be excited for this game.
Oh. A game that popped off 2 years ago, The Outer Worlds is getting a sequel. And it's kind of weird because it's really weird because Obsidian talked so much shit to Bethesda when releasing The Outer Worlds, saying from the creators behind the good Fallouts. And their whole campaign was like, we're gonna make this like a good Fallout. We're gonna correct everything Bethesda ruined with those games. And now they're under the same wing of Microsoft and like have to be buddy. When I feel like Obsidian's appeal was that they were shitting in Bethesda and like, hey, we're actually gonna like go out and like make good games, unlike Bethesda with Fallout. I mean, Fallout 4 was good, but it wasn't great.
Yeah.
So that is coming out. It's in really early development, they say, but that will be out in the next few years, only on Xbox and PC, of course, and it'll be on Game Pass day one. Microsoft Flight Simulator will be on Xbox consoles on July 27th, and it is also coming with a Top Gun expansion with the new film. And I saw that Top Gun portion. I was like, yep, signed up. I will be playing that on my PC for sure. The next big one, which is definitely like my top 5 most anticipated games of this year, and I can't believe it's coming out this year. Forza Horizon 5. What? So to preference this, they showed off Forza Motorsport last year, and the whole time, like, okay, well, the way they've always been is, it's Motorsport Horizon, and then, Horizon 4 has been out for 2 or 3 years now. Yeah, 2-3 years. So, I wasn't expecting this game for a while, especially since Playground's also working on like the new Fable game, and they just dropped a bombshell on us. The game looks phenomenal. It is crazy looking, and it takes place in Mexico. Was it 3 years ago, Jared?
Going on 3 years in September.
Jesus. So yeah, it takes place in Mexico. There's these giant areas. They said that you're going to be able to go like to the highest altitudes ever in Forza. It looks phenomenal. The Horizon games are so much fun. Even if you're not a car person, like Jared can attest to this. Like, because Jared always like, I feel like felt weirdly about those games. Like, especially when me and Cody would play it so much. He's like, dude, it's a car game. And
I bashed the ever loving fuck out of those games. You were like, just play Forza Horizon 3. It's so fun. And I tried it and I was like, this is dog shit. I'm never playing this game. And then Forza Horizon 4 was like, I'm not playing this. It's dog shit. And then, it's been out for a year and a half. And I was like, this is the greatest fucking game of all time. So now, of course, I'm obsessed with Forza. And when 5 comes out, I'm right there with Damien. I'm going to be playing it fucking day one.
Yep. I didn't play as much as 4. I didn't really care for that area. But, I mean,
so fun.
back to my point. If you're not even into cars, but you're just into like good games to have fun, like even playing by yourself, this game is a blast. It is nonstop feel good moments. I don't rage at this game. Like the The only thing I've ever raged about Forza was when I was trying to beat like this high speed record, and I kept spinning out towards the end. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it because my car just in Forza Horizon 4. If you reach it like 300 miles per hour on certain cars, your back end starts dipping into the ground, and if it just shoots your car super
Yep.
far, and you lose control. So that's the only thing I was getting mad at. But they're just
We'll have to play some of that.
yeah.
Forza.
It's a good game to just get on, turn on some music, and just you're vibing the whole time you're playing. You're focused in on doing these fucking objectives or driving these cars, customizing cars, playing with friends. Me and Cody have played them since Forza Horizon 2, and it's some of the best like moments I've had in gaming. And then obviously playing with Jared in 4, like and the battle royale that they had, which
So
I
fun.
won in.
Same.
Like those games are just I don't know how to explain it. They're just so much fun, and they are some of the best looking games I've ever played. Forza Horizon 2 is still a phenomenally looking game, and that game came out in like 2013.
Well,
So
that's the thing is like playing Forza Horizon 4. Like, first of all, I think it's a great game. It's fun as fuck. And I also thought that it was one of the better looking games that I've played. Like Forza Horizon, I don't know what it is, but they make the game look so fucking good. And like when you're looking at the cars up close, they're so good. And I can't fucking believe that they're making a new one and they're making it look even better.
yep,
Like I'm gonna run that bitch on max graphics. I don't care if my fucking computer catches on fire. I'm running that bitch on max
I'll be
graphics. It
buying a
looks fucking
3080
amazing.
before this game comes out in Battlefield.
Dude, I might fucking have to. Like shit. I might have to just upgrade my PC all around.
Yeah, I mean, to kind of just talk about the different areas. There's rainforest, deserts, snowy mountain biomes, and it's just it's just such a great game. I mean, if you go watch a trailer, and I'll have some of it playing, the detail of the cars is nuts. But it's also the detail of the map that makes it great. They're using what I believe Unreal Engine is using, where they're taking pictures of environments and just putting them into the game. So they're photo real, basically. And
Yeah, the one part when they were on the volcano, he said like they took like a certain amount of time, like 20 over a 24-hour period, and they did it multiple times through different times of the year to capture the daytime cycle that they are going to have going, and also to capture what each of the areas look like in certain lighting and certain weather
yep,
and like just all around like different atmosphere. And it's fucking awesome that they
yep.
do that shit.
And then I think one of the big things that just steals the show, uh, with that game, they're adding Forge, like Halo Forge, or
Yeah,
uh,
the fucking
they're just calling it Toolbox right now.
no, but there was called the arena or the like fucking what's a stadium?
Well, that's just one of the things you can put it in. But I mean, now you get to make your own mini games. You can do this, and that. They're just adding everything. I'm just so excited for that game. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be
And
freaking
then
amazing.
I feel like this game's also in like my top 5 most anticipated game. This is the game Microsoft ended with, and it is Redfall, which they just showed like a cinematic trailer of, and there's these like 4 different characters, and
Oh,
you are
duh. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you all have special abilities. At first I wasn't feeling it, I wasn't vibing with it, but you're fighting vampires, and it's funny, it looks fun, and I'm ready to play it. And that
Yeah,
comes
it looks
out
really good.
yeah, and that comes out next year in the summer 2022, and it's an Xbox exclusive, obviously.
I think that's definitely one we're gonna be trying out because like
Yeah, I
it
mean,
looks great.
so it's literally Left 4 Dead just with vampires. And also the final thing that they announced, which Jared, I might be buying. They are releasing the Xbox Series X mini fridge. All the memes, everything like that. They released the real size fridge to some people,
Yeah.
and now they're releasing the mini fridge for people to buy.
How big is it?
Uh, it looks like you can hold 4, 8, 10 cans
You
of
have
pop.
to link that to me. Link that to me when we're done because I want to take a look. I might buy one too.
Yeah, it will be available holiday season of 2021.
This fucking Christmas, dog. Hold up, that might be
Yeah,
the only thing on my wish
I'm
list.
sending you a picture right now.
All right.
So next, we have Nintendo's press conference, which I feel like for everyone was not a letdown because you kind of got to see Zelda, but everyone was expecting the Switch Pro, which they just didn't even announce. But there were
Really?
yeah, they didn't announce the Switch
I
Pro.
didn't watch Nintendo's. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm putting that picture in the chat right now. Go.
Wait, they're doing a. You said they're doing a full size one too?
That's already been out, and they're not doing it anymore.
Oh, okay, because I just saw a picture of it. Holy shit!
So yeah, so no Switch Pro, unfortunately. We did get to see the new unnamed sequel of Breath of the Wild. Obviously that game kind of, made the Switch like the handheld console of the past 20 years.
Oh, for sure.
So that will be arriving next year. So from all the rumors I was hearing, it was supposed to release this year, but they're just delaying it till next year. And it looks okay. I'm not gonna play it, but there's a new gaming watch or Game and Watch coming out. Now they released one a few months ago with Super Mario Bros. They're now doing one for the first Legend of Zelda on NES, and that will be out November 12th. Oh, it features the first 3 games and an extra mini game. So that's cool. I mean, I think they're like $80 or something like that. I'm trying to think. So the Zelda 1, 2, and 3, probably like $100 to buy all 3 of them. So I mean, it's still a pretty good deal.
That's not bad.
The final announcement for Zelda was that they are doing a new Hyrule Warriors DLC, which is called Pulse of the Ancients and Guardian of Remembrance. I have nothing else to tell you. Mario and Rabbids are getting a sequel. I never played those. It's actually a really popular game. Can't tell you anything else. What I'm excited for, Fatal Frame, which was a great series on PS2, a horror series. And the first 3 games are great. After that, when it went to like Wii and Wii U, don't care about. Fatal Frame Maiden of Blackwater is coming out later this year, and I believe it's on almost every single console.
Interesting.
To be honest, there's a bunch of anime shit I don't care about. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like they didn't really announce that much besides Metroid Dread finally coming out, which is Metroid Prime 4, which people have been waiting for fucking ever. It's been in development hell for 15 plus years. And,
really?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, this is actually different. So Metroid Prime 4 is still confirmed to be in development, but this is another Metroid game called Metroid Dread. We got a brief teaser trailer, obviously featuring Samus, and it is a traditional 2D map, so side scroller kind of.
Interesting.
And that's really about it. Super Monkey Ball turns 20 years old, and it's getting a little pack. They showed off, which we'll talk about kind of more later, Guardians of the Galaxy game. They showed that off during that press conference. The new Smash Bros. Character, Chief Mashiro Sakura. Next Smash Bros. Character. Or no, sorry, Kazuha. That's the next character. I think from Tekken.
Oh.
Yeah. And we are going on. This is the 5th year of Nintendo Switch's lifespan. So half a
Really?
decade with Switch, yes.
God damn. Doesn't feel that
came out in 2016.
Oh.
Yep. And that is it. No no Nintendo Switch Pro, which people have been begging for. What I have a Switch, but I don't touch it. So I have no expectations. I'm not gonna play any of these games. So I'm sorry if I feel any different. Jared, are you gonna play any of these games that they announced?
Oh fuck no! I'm waiting for the new Switch and the new Pokemon. But my Switch is right here, plugged in, charging. I can't reach it because it's just behind my PC. But it's technically within arm length, and I play it still regularly ish.
So moving on to Square Enix, they were probably the next big final press conference. they showed off the new Guardians of the Galaxy DLC game, and you play obviously as Star Lord. And this is made by Eidos Montreal, who makes the Tomb Raider games. So it's gonna be some quality. Those games are all quality. They're great. I played the first two; they were phenomenal. It is a single player adventure that puts you in Star Lord's boots. And from what I saw, like, it looks good. Like, I'll probably play it when it's on sale. It's not gonna be something I'm gonna play day one. I don't like some of the character designs, but it looks cool. Are you gonna play it, Jared?
No,
not at all.
Probably not.
Okay,
just being honest.
So they announced Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, which is
Who
putting.
fucking cares? I'm sorry. I hate Final Fantasy. I know that was mean. I know.
Which puts the
I thought you were
first
gonna say
6
shit.
Final Fantasy games on Steam and mobile.
Yeah, I stand by my original statement.
That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
Legend of Mana, which Secret of Mana and Secret of Evermore and stuff like that, really big Super Nintendo games. Legend of Mana is coming out on June 24th of 2021. That will be on Steam, PS4, and Switch. No Xbox release, which is weird. Marvel's Avengers, which is the game that is just so dead, I don't even know why they talk about it. Just scrap it like Anthem. They are releasing Black Panther into the game, and he looks fat. I don't know how to describe it. He looks really chunky.
Huh.
They showed off new Life is Strange.
Really? They're making more of that?
Yes. It's called Life is Strange True Colors. Those games are actually, like, I hear pretty good. I've never
Oh no, I've heard they're good too. I've never.
And then they ended the show off with Stranger of Paradise, which is a Final Fantasy origin game.
Final Fantasy related, really?
Yeah.
Great.
Square Enix, I mean, it was kind of a short show. Now I kind of want to get into, like, the main things that were announced that we didn't talk about. Which I think we talked about last week. Elden Ring finally got a release date, and they showed gameplay of, which looks cool. Ubisoft's Avatar game. I don't know if you saw that, Jared. It is so Ubisoft released an Avatar game with the first movie, and that game on 360 was actually, like, pretty solid. It wasn't bad. It was it was one of the better movie tie-in games that you could have played.
Yeah.
And
no, I did see a little bit about this new one.
Yes, and it, like, Avatar has always been such a weird universe for me. I've recently actually went back and watched the first Avatar. And I mean, it's nowhere near a bad movie, and the technical aspect behind it is phenomenal. It's just not something that interests me, so I'm not going to play this game. But I know for a lot of people, they're really excited. And it comes out next year for PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. And then also the movie comes out next year. And then we have God, I forget how it goes. So 2 comes out next year, 3 comes out the year after, then there's a 2-year hiatus, then 4 and 5 come out, and then there's another 2-year hiatus, and then 6 comes out.
It better be some good motherfucking movies.
You're telling me, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Borderlands spinoff Tiny Tina's Wonderland was shown.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It's a 4-player co-op game with a world that constantly changes. And it's hard to say what it. Have you ever played those Dungeon and Dragon games? It's kind of like
the
that.
Actual tabletop, or
no, like the PS2 games or whatever. It's a top-down kind of thing, like a strategic
cool.
kind of game. Yeah, we'll see. Whatever. Rainbow Six Extraction got an official title and gameplay revealed, that comes out on September 16th. I'm not excited for this game. After going back and watching the, like, gameplay deep dive that they kind of did, listen, Siege is a great game, but Siege came out in 2015 or 2014 actually, and the way Siege handles is old, like very old mechanics. It feels old, and the fact that this game is literally just a reskin Siege, and they're just taking that mode that was actually really fun, and they're making it kind of generic with what they're doing in this new game, and they're trying to charge $60 for it. I'm out. No thanks.
No.
Not interested in playing it at all. I will not be buying this game at all. Which is sad. Let's see. I think that's about it. That's all I got. Oh, and Rocksmith, which was like a PS3 thing, they announced a new one.
Huh.
All I got for you guys.
Interesting.
Overall, like, if you look at the scope of like how big E3 usually is, it's kind of a smaller thing. There's no consoles being announced. There's nothing like a lot of the big games are being held off, and Sony's not there. But
Sony.
It was good though. We got a lot of games coming out later this year. A lot of games coming out later this year. And
I gotta say, it really feels like with the quality of the stuff we've seen so far, if everything stays true to what we've seen, it feels like we're going into a new like golden age, so to speak, of games. Like it just everything is falling into place really well. Um and I know there wasn't anything with COD announced, but like I kind of don't think it's going to affect it other than negatively. Like if COD ends up being really good, cool. It'll be a good COD mixed in with all these fucking amazing games that are coming. But unless it fucking hits like tanks really bad, I don't think that's going to really affect it. But it feels like we're going into such a good time. Like back when we played, you know, back when we played Reach and fucking Modern Warfare and Black Ops, like when it was all fresh and new. That's what it feels like we're going into with this Halo Infinite, with this Battlefield, Forza. I mean, it feels like we're about to hit some really good shit. And I hope that we're not let down, because if any of those three I just mentioned, if any of those three turn out to be not good, that's gonna be bad. Because I feel like Battlefield's been like it's been so long since we had one. If this turns out bad, Battlefield's gonna have a real bad rap pretty much forever. And Halo, I mean, like Halo 4,
it
you had
has to be
one.
good. Halo
Well,
Infinite
exactly.
has to
It
be
literally
good.
has to. You had Halo 4's good story with not good multiplayer, and then you had Halo 5's great multiplayer with not good story. If they don't hit perfectly with both of them here, they're fucked. Because Halo Wars 2, yeah, the Halo Wars 2 brought you some story, but you got to do good with it. I'm excited to see the Banished, by the way, in first person. But yeah, these games have got to do good if we're going to see what we need out of gaming.
Yep, a lot of stakes with those games, especially like
Oh yeah,
Halo, man. Like I feel like people give 343 so much shit, and it's rightfully deserved. But I feel like they made some good strides, and if this game doesn't hit, like if you're Microsoft, you kind of have to give it to a new company. Like you can't have 3 bad Halo games. You just can't. And like
I know it'll never happen, but pull Bungie back in somehow. Give them like literally every money ever.
yeah, I mean, just buy Bungie. Like
Fuck yeah. Hey, we know you like Destiny and all, but can you cut your time on that game in half and fix Halo, please?
this is gonna sound like I don't know how you'll take this. I I'd rather have Destiny 2 than the best Halo game Bungie's made or could make now.
Yeah, I feel like right now I'm okay with that. After Lightfall, I could be indifferent. After Lightfall, if they took like a quarter of their manpower to continue updating the game after Lightfall and then put everything else into like the best Halo game we ever saw, I think I'd be pretty content with that.
Yeah, but Lightfall's not the end.
I know it's not the
It's
end,
the
but
end of
it's
this
a
story.
major like stepping stone off into something else, which is why I'd be okay with them taking a break for a while to make a great Halo before moving on to whatever's next. But it'll never happen. It's right now looking at it, 343 Microsoft finally fixed it. Phil Spencer, he's done a good job running everything over there, making sure that they do everyone, not just like, just everyone there has done what they need to do with Xbox, all of it. So I think that that's going to be settled in, and this Halo is going to do what it has to do. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to come everywhere when I play it, and then I can keep playing some Destiny that Bungie's making for me, and I'll just be a happy lad.
Yep. I'm gonna probably make a video. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Back to Battlefield real quick. So there's going to be tsunamis, earthquakes, and volcanoes in
Yeah,
Battlefield.
you said that earlier.
I didn't say tsunamis. I said earthquakes.
You said earthquake, tornadoes. I swore you said tidal waves or something like that. Like you didn't say tsunami, but
no. I'm gonna probably make like a one-off video. I want to give my thoughts on how Twitch is right now. And this
with the new meta.
Well, this kind of sparked like I've been actually watching a lot more Twitch, like streamers. Like when I'm bored at night, just kind of doing random stuff. And so, like 2 weeks ago, I hop on Twitch, and the first things I see is a girl in a hot tub, and I'm like, "What is this? Like, let me go in and just see how bad this is." And this girl's literally sitting like on a banana, writing names down, like, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, what is the appeal of paying someone just to write your name on a fucking banana that they sit on? But
it is literally the Twitch with the hot tub stream meta is like literally a piece of cloth away from being a fucking cam site. Like my free cams or Chatterbait. I know. It's literally like you could go onto a campsite and like click on a girl and you can see her doing the exact same thing. It's like, oh, thanks for the $100. Here's my titties. Like it's
yeah,
a step away from that.
Instead of Twitch, like, hey, how about you stop,
being a
appropriating
whore,
your body and getting views? They
go
make
on
a
OnlyFans.
hot tubs section. What is that? So you're allowing these girls to pull these inflatable pools into their bedrooms or their stream rooms, take off their clothes, and have people pay money for them to do jumping jacks. Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna sit down in the water and then get up really fast. Oh, 10 squats. If you do 5+ subscribers, I'll write you on my arm. You know what the new thing is though today that I saw? ASMR ear licking. What is that? But the camera angle is the best.
It sounds a little bit like this. It sounds a little bit like it goes like. It sounds a little bit like that. If you could hear that.
So I would just like to preference. I saved this picture on my way home just so I could show you guys on the podcast because of how heated I am. This is Amaranth doing this. Okay.
Yeah. I saw a clip of this.
This is her ASMR. This is her ASMR ear licking.
I didn't see that
camera angle. So many girls are doing this camera angle on Twitch for ASMR ear licking. And not only that, the biggest person doing it has her like ass up to the camera and she's like ass picking the whole time as well. Like constantly pulling the wedgie out. I just don't understand as guys. Like it's time for a bro to bro chat like with guys. Like guys need to sit down with guys and figure out what the fuck's going on because we are down bad right now and I don't understand why. We are at this period in time where I can go on this device and see almost any woman naked that I want and without paying. If I want to go see Kim Kardashian get absolutely blown out by Ray J, I can do that right now. If I want to see, I don't know, Katy Perry naked, I can go see it right now. I don't understand what these people are doing. But people like Corinna Kopp are making $1.2 million off of OnlyFans in 2 days. Like, what are we doing, guys? You're paying to see her naked. If only there was an app that you could go do that for free. And have better looking women doing professional level stuff. I just don't get it.
The problem is these people who are doing these streams on Twitch, they consider themselves dignified. Like they think that they still have dignity and like a large amount of self-worth for not going to a site and being naked, for doing the thing. Like they're like, oh, but I'm on Twitch, I'm not doing anything that's vile, so my parents will still love me. You might as well just stop being a whore, get off of a game streaming and like other you've got like the people who like do the chats, like who just want to talk with people, or you got the people who like do actual fucking art. Leave them to their app, their fucking service. Go to fucking Chatterbait. Go be a fucking slut on Chatterbait. Go do OnlyFans and stay there. And just fucking go there. And you know what? And all the simps who want to fucking follow these girls around, just stop watching them on Twitch so they have to go somewhere else. Because that's the problem. You got all these motherfuckers who are like, oh my God, Amaranth is so hot. She has her butt in the air. Like, okay, but she doesn't need to be doing it on Twitch. Touch grass, dog. Touch grass and masturbate to a real fucking porn star. You fucking
it's
pathetic
just,
fucks.
you know, it's at this point, like, I'll put in this context, right? Jared, there's a lot of days you wake up and you're like, man, I have to go work at a really shitty job. And
A lot of days?
a lot of days, all the time. And a lot of these fucking kids who sit in basements donating their life's money to these girls, like, you probably hate your life and you probably hate your job that you're working at. So why are you sitting here?
Are you like, why are you attacking me? Is that what that was?
It wasn't you.
Okay.
Why are you sitting here
I mean,
at your computer paying for someone else's life just because they show cleavage in a hot tub or they're showing their ass to the screen? What talent are they providing you? What entertainment are they providing you that someone else can't for free? I don't understand. Like, okay, you know, people used to shit on YouTubers like, oh, you know, go get a real job, this and that. You're giving entertainment for someone. That's different. Twitch was great about entertainment. And here we are now, all these fucking girls sitting on Twitch showing their ass and titties and making millions. Like, what are we doing, guys? And that, don't even start at OnlyFans. OnlyFans is stupid. Why would you ever pay to see someone naked? Like, I don't understand. Like, why spend your money on that? There's different avenues of getting.
Let me preface this real quick. I use Twitch. I used to stream a lot, and I haven't because we did a remodel of the basement. I haven't gotten back into it yet. The only fucking person that I ever paid to have a subscription to, one Twitch fucking streamer. There were a couple I got gifted, but I never paid for them after that. The one thing I actually paid, and I paid for like probably almost a year, was a streamer named Resurrection Fern, a female, okay, but she played music. She had, oh fuck, there was a big streamer at the time who was going through on channels and was like, just like, he was doing one of those things where he was streaming other people's streams to be like, oh, look at this person. I don't know what that was back then, but someone recommended her to him, and he fucking, like, because of him, she got real popular, and that's where I saw her. She plays music. She plays, I think, piano, guitar, a few other things, and she's awesome. I mean, I've literally sat and just played, like, had her stream run instead of playing my own music, because it's just, she does a really good job. She's on Spotify, she's on iTunes, all kinds of places. The only person I've ever subscribed to on Twitch, because I genuinely thought they deserved to have my $5 subscription every month, because they were doing something, first of all, doing something amazing. It was their only way to support themselves, themselves, especially during the pandemic, because she was immunocompromised. She had like type 2 diabetes, a bunch of other things. That's the person you should be giving your money to if you're gonna go pay all your money to Twitch, not fucking Amaranth, not the one with the tits, Alinity, fuck me, Pokimane, the one that, you know, I used to think had self-worth, and then she did a fucking goddamn hot dub stream. Not those whores, all right? Fuck them. Let them go to their OnlyFans. Let them go get on their Chatterbase. Let them go be little fucking, oh, here's my little pink thingy, pop at my pussy. Let them go do that. And then actually go and subscribe to, like, decent people on Twitch. You know, fuck, even Dr. Disrespect, he cheated on his wife, and I would still rather give him money than someone like fucking Amaranth.
We're past that. We don't have to bring that up.
You know, we are past that. But still, my point, that's my point.
Yeah, listen, guys, we gotta think with our heads and not our dicks. Yes, are a lot of these girls attractive? Sure. Would I love to see them naked? Sure. For free.
And we have enjoyed seeing them naked, but exactly, we've done it for free.
Like, I just kind of final preference. Let's take this pandemic. You know, we've all went through this pandemic. I'm sure a lot of you guys have lost your job, and just think, these women who have shown off their bodies lived fine through the pandemic because
if not better.
Yeah, because we as guys are paying for them to show off themselves, right? And I will defend Pokimane. She did a hot tub stream, but like she was fully clothed. She had like this weird like shirt thing on.
Yeah, well, she was also invited in with a bunch of people, so yeah, that's fair.
I hate Pokimane. I'll give her a pass. Okay.
Well, that's high praise coming for someone like you.
At least Pokimane plays games and like actually for some people is entertaining. I fucking hate her personally, but I'll give her that. I'll give her the respect of that.
You know
And
what? You make me regret saying anything. I actually watched a thing about her recently where she like just wants to play Valorant and stream and have fun and all these other horrors. She like has bashed some of them. So you know what?
yeah,
You're right. I shouldn't have said her name. I'm
and a
sorry.
lot. I'll give respect to a lot of these females who aren't just doing that. Valkyrie, who's like the number one stream or the number one female streamer, great person, is very genuine, and she's talented. You know,
Yeah.
she plays games, she's funny, she's entertaining. Go subscribe to her. But I'm just tired of seeing all these women who do nothing, who just sit in a camera and do nothing. They don't speak. They are sitting there doing jumping jacks in a pool, and people are paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars just for them to say their name. With that said, Conversation colon's OnlyFans launching in 2 weeks.
Yeah, stay tuned. We're getting
Yeah.
to the real locker fucking
If you
locker
pay
room
me
talk.
$20, I'll show you my cock. I don't fucking care. If you're gonna pay me $20 a month, I'll go get a professional photographer and have him film my cock.
If you gave me a crisp high five and a fucking single, I'd let you do whatever you wanted with my cock.
Yes, but to the guys, please, please stop spending your money on females who don't deserve it. OnlyFans isn't worth it. Twitch thoughts
By the
aren't
way,
worth it.
exactly. And if you're listening to this and you're offended by what we're saying and you think that we're just fucking horrid human beings for saying this to you, just know you are the part of the problem. You are the no, not even a part. You are the problem. If you're sitting here going, how dare you tell me that I can't spend my money on such a gorgeous, beautiful woman who could be the luckiest to have a perfect man like me? You're the problem. You're
Like,
the
dude, she
problem.
doesn't
When
even know
I
you
was in middle school,
exist.
I thought that way. And I would, if I could go back in time, I'd shoot myself in the head back then.
She doesn't even know
Horrid.
you. The only thing those girls remember about you is how much money you spent on them.
Yep.
And
No, she doesn't even remember you as viewers. She just gets a paycheck and goes, ooh, money.
exactly. Guys, we just got to stop. I was gonna make a
You know,
point.
all
Uh,
that being said, if I was Amaranth, like if I was a woman and I had her body, you bet your ass I'd be doing the same thing.
yeah, it's you're living your life on easy difficulty. And I will say this because I saw a lot of people talking about, oh, you know, feminism, like they're allowed to do what they want for their bodies. Okay, so let's just stop right here. So what's the main knock against guys? That we treat women like objects. So stop objectifying yourself. I don't understand. Your only worth in life is your body for most of these girls, and you're selling your body. So all these guys act this way with you because of how you put yourself out there. And dare I say, you're asking for it. And because you are. I'm not saying you should get raped. I don't want, because that's usually like that put into that context. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you deserve the creeps. You deserve all this negativity you get because you are putting yourself out there and asking for it by what you're putting out. So I don't want to hear this feminism. Oh, like this is really empowering women. You're doing the same thing that you've been doing for hundreds of years. You're showing off your body. You're making guys go, ooh, boobies, and you're getting benefits from it.
Just so we're clear, a real feminism is wanting equality for both genders. That
Right.
means someone who says, a woman should be proud of her body and should do what she wants, is the same. And she says that same thing about guys. That's what real feminism is. That I'll stand by. Someone who
Yeah.
says, you know what, if a woman wants to have a child and have a great family, go, so be it. And the same thing is like, if a guy wants to, do the same thing, if he wants to find a wonderful woman and raise a family, all that shit, that's what real feminism is. Fuck me, feminism is. But you've got those people who are like, oh my gosh, she's doing everything she wants. She's doing these streams where she has her boobs out and all. That's empowering. No, that's not fucking empowering at all. Okay, it's those kinds of people who say, I'm perfect, and all these guys should be giving me all their money because you're too short. Your dick's not big enough. Just remember, male suicide rates are at an all-time high. Remember that. Just saying, because that's how women treat us. They talk that we're nothing. We're actually treated like objects because of how women's standards are nowadays with all these fake feminists. So just remember that, guys.
Yeah. I mean,
They're not all women, but the ones who are like, oh, empowering, the hypocrites.
right. And for equality, it also goes into like the music industry. And I've always said this, like, so rap, right? It's hard for a female to do well in rap. So how do they do it? Oh, they just show off their bodies. If you're so good at rap or rapping and you're a very good lyricist or you just make good rap music, you shouldn't have to show off your body. But here we are.
Cardi B.
Well, who are the main rap female artists right now? Cardi B. What does she do? She talks about hitting that dangly thing in the back of her throat while twerking. Okay.
By the way, well, I'm so sorry. Have you heard of a song called Deep Throat?
Yeah, by Cupcake.
Yeah, have you heard it?
Yeah. Mouth wide open. Mouth wide open.
I never have heard of that. Today, as I'm leaving work, my boss is like, "Oh, I was listening to music really loud on the way to work today, and I think people were staring at me." And I didn't think anything of it, but one of the people I was standing there with went, "Well, why? What were you listening to?" And she goes, "This song," and holds up her phone, and I didn't see it. And the person was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "What is it?" And he goes, "Have you ever heard of the song called Deep Throat?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Dude, you don't wanna." And I was like, "I'm gonna listen to it full blast when I leave." And he goes, "You really don't wanna." And he goes, and I'm like, "All right, show me the lyrics." And he pulled it up, and like the first line was like something about if it doesn't make me choke. And I was just reading, I was like, Jesus Christ. So that being said, I listened to it on the way home, and I was
Yeah. So back to my
yeah.
point. So
Anyway,
Cardi B
sorry.
talks about very sexual things while showing off her body. Nicki Minaj, who I actually feel like could stand alone on just her rap game. Like she is a very good rapper. She doesn't make great music a lot of the time, but she can go bar to bar for a lot of things. She was literally the best. She was the best verse on Monster, which had Jay-Z, Kanye on it. Like it was phenomenal. And here she had a resort to showing off her body. And yeah, off of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And then third,
I have to look it up. I don't know.
Megan Thee Stallion, who is just Cardi B 2.0, talking about very sexual things, doesn't have good rapping skills, and doesn't make good rap music. And she has resorted to showing off her body. Doja Cat's the same way, even though she's pop. So all these females aren't standing up with their music; they're standing up with their bodies and showing off their bodies. All these old female artists, right? Like Madonna was always showing off her body, but like she also made like great music for the time. Janet Jackson, Joan Jett, all these icons of the previous decades who made music, like they weren't showing off their bodies; they were standing on the merits of their good songwriting and their good song structures. And with guys, what's the thing? If you can't make good music, you don't get anywhere. But these females are here, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, who don't make good music, but who are sitting here showing off their bodies. And like I caught myself doing it, right? Oh, when the WAP music video came out. Oh, well, I just got to see what this looks like. Let's see how this train wreck goes. And I watched the video. I gave them money basically because I just wanted to see what it was. And
I don't know if I've seen it.
And yeah, it's them shaking their ass and talking about sucking dick. Like I can't relate, but like it's exactly what I expected. And the song's not good, but here we are. So also support female artists who like don't show off their bodies, like Olivia Rodrigo and Selena Gomez and like Katy Perry. Well, old Katy Perry. I think that's it. That's all I got. Rihanna. Well, Rihanna shows off her body, but it's Rihanna. She can do whatever she wants. Rihanna has a background of phenomenal music. That's all I got. That's all I got. That's
Oh my god.
What? I'm surprised you've never seen that video. Yeah. It's bad. Jesus. Yeah. And that's on YouTube. Fully monetized.
I'm like, I can't fucking believe that. There were like young girls look up to these people.
And just think of the messaging that video is giving young girls. I don't have to make great music as long as I look a certain way, I can make it. And that's not how it should be.
Isn't this the song that goes, "I don't cook, I don't clean"?
Yeah.
So be a fucking piece of shit. That's what
Yeah, be a whore is basically what it's talking about.
I. This was a great
Impressive.
episode, by the way. Up until we started talking about Twitch and
Yeah. All right, well, that's all we got for you this week. We will see you next time. Thank you for listening. If you're on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, please follow us. Leave us a review. If you are on iHeartRadio, I believe it's also following. If you're on YouTube, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I don't even know how many subscribers we're at. I think we crossed 50.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. Please share the podcast, especially on YouTube, and please subscribe. Send it to all your friends. Have them subscribe. We are trying to, continue this going. And I feel like we're closing on 100 here soon. Just an update.
46 subscribers.
Okay, yeah. We lost 2 subscribers. What is this?
Were we at 48?
We're at 4. Well, I don't remember.
Have we been talking about things we shouldn't have?
That's whatever.
Oh, well.
I'd rather
Probably
have
lose a couple on this one.
I'd rather have 40 subscribers and be able to talk what I want about, talk whatever I want, than have 200 million and everyone's criticizing me the whole time and I can't talk.
And then we get hashtag canceled.
Yeah,
by some twittards. I mean Twitterers. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. Alrighty, well, thank you guys for listening. We will see you next week. We're 2 weeks away from the MCU rankings. So yeah, 2 weeks.
Hello?
What?
Hello?
Yeah, what?
Oh, okay. You're frozen and I've only heard a few words. Oh, your pixely is all fuck, buddy.
That's on your end, not my end.
Oh.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying. We are a few weeks away from MCU rankings, so that will be a whole episode by itself. So thank you guys for listening to the Conversation Colons podcast. We'll see you next week.